Hello there, aspiring tennos, and welcome back to How Profitable Is It? Yes, I changed the name again. Anyways, so today we're going to talk about Virtue Essence, not arbitration in its entirety. That hopefully will come out already tomorrow. But today we're just going to talk about Virtue Essence in of itself and what that means exactly. So as you can see here, I got this amount from arbitration, and I've done both a lot of tests as well as some calculations to find out exactly what the price is. As well, I have also done some theory crafting on how much Virtue Essence you're supposed to get, and that doesn't really seem to align with how much Virtue Essence you actually get. So all on that and more. Good. In a vain effort to try and be consistent, I'm gonna show you how you can actually turn your Virtue Essence into platinum, though I think most of you already know. But let me just go into painstaking detail anyways. As well, move myself out of the way. Okay, so the mods here which are interesting is power donation, it's cheap and it sells for 15 platinum. And also, I mean, most of these here sells for 50 platinum, but some of them sells like one every other day. That's just too slow. You don't want to wait for that for such a cheap mod. The one that's interesting is power donation, as well as a vigorous swap. The rest of these, oh yeah, and rolling guard as well. These here cost 30 Virtue Essence, where the other cost 20, and these sell for 20. Over like these sell for 20, these sell for 15. 20 to 15 platinum is obviously better than 30 to 20, right? It's a better exchange ratio. As well, all of the galvanized mods are on the table, though they seem to only sell for 14 for some reason. Not sure why, but basically what you want to do is that you want to grab all of these which cost 20, all of the mods that cost 20, and you want to put all of them up for sale. You do not want to go ahead and you don't want to purchase these and then put them up for sale. That's not a great idea. What you want to do is that you just want to put them all up for sale, and then when someone buys one of them, you will purchase them from the shop and then sell it to them. That is much faster, trust me. A little bit bothersome, but you know, decent. If you have a ton of Virtue Essence, yes, you can buy 10 of each of the good ones, and then, you know, but you know what I mean. Anyways, so let's go ahead over to the, what's it called? The Excel arcs, so we can go and take a look at these findings that I have. All right, so here we are. Let's go and take a look at it one by one. First up, we have the would-be calculation that we basically just did. And sorry about this, but here it is. Now let me go ahead and move myself back out of the way. There we go. So we're talking about the mod here, and you have the price for each mod. This is how much Virtue Essence it costs to buy it. That's the price, and the value is 15 platinum. So Virtue Essence, platinum ratio, simple. Then I had this, I played a defense where we got, well, I'll show you. So this calculation here is based on the amount we're getting per hour. We were actually getting 60, and this would be ridiculous. Let's go ahead and change this to 60. So, and I have not been able to replicate this. It only happened once. The guys I was playing with said that they did not have resource drop booster on. They might not have been truthful about that, because the results that I'm about to show you does not reflect this. And also, no, you do not get 400 Virtue Essence in an hour. That's kind of absurd, right? But so, baseline 40, for example, getting 280 with everything. So the way this is calculated, we have the base here, and the way we get the base is that we take the amount of Virtue Essence that drops from drones. That would be 40. That's our hourly rate. But then we also get 12, and this may be 13 or 15, but as you'll see, that's pretty relevant for the final result. But this is every time you complete a rotation in a mission in arbitration, you're gonna get some Virtue Essence. In fact, you're gonna get one for every rotation completed. This is outside of the drop table. So boosters, these are our drop chance and our double resource boosters, and you know, twice as many drops that each are worth twice as much. That's a 400% increase in theory, at least. I don't think resource drop boosters actually work. I'm not sure, I haven't been able to confirm this, but there are certainly some evidence in my findings that seem to suggest this. But anyways, we're just going to go along with this theory for a second, and then I'll show you my actual result. My average result. Now, bless, this says 133%. Don't be alarmed. The increase is actually only 33%. So basically, which isn't actually even true. What am I saying? Sorry, this is a 25% increase, and it is to drop chance. Now, this scales with the other drop chance booster, so it's a multiplicative buff. All of these are multiplicative with one another, so they're just multiplied. So this is with nothing, this is with boosters, this is with booster and blessing, and this is with booster, blessings, and the cat buff, which is the charm mod on this meta Kabat. And then we have the simple calculation here, which is just how much virtue essence you get divided by multiplied by the conversion rate of virtue essence into platinum. Now, according to this, you'd get 200 per mission you did, or for every hour you played, I guess. Now, I have not even come close to being able to replicate this, so maybe we just got outrageously lucky that one time. But to give you a more honest result, allow me to show you what I got here. Generally speaking, I was able to get just around 100 virtue essence per run per hour. Now, there's a bit of a caveat to that, but I'll come back to that in a second. So the plat that you're gonna get is just around 80 for every hour, which honestly isn't that great. But obviously this isn't the arbitration game mode, this is just virtue essence. And I think once we include the other rewards, it will look quite a bit better, but hopefully already tomorrow we can cover that. So the caveat here is that stuff like survival just don't pay out as well, because you don't get as many drones. Now, interception as well, you don't get that many drones. Now, the reason with survival is just the map is too large, right? The drone gets just spread a little bit too far. Then here we have, of course, with defense. First up, it's a very small map. And also, every time a new round starts, it usually spawns 3 or 4 drones immediately, which you can then go ahead and hunt down. And then more can spawn during the round. But generally speaking, as soon as you kill the rest of the enemies, then you will get 4 new drones. And that's why it's so efficient. Interception has kind of the same problem. It's a small map, but you don't get the forced spawn every time you complete a round. Well, I guess you do, but it takes much longer to complete 1 round of arbitration compared to 1 round of defense, because it's 5 rounds of defense to complete 1 rotation, whereas it's 1 round of interception to complete, you get what I'm saying. Another problem is that there is a relatively sort of long amount of downtime in interception between rounds or rotations, and that also takes it down a lot. With disruption, you have the same problem as you did with survival, except you have to be even more active in hunting down the what are called demo lists. So basically, my interpretation is that interception is alright, and everything else is pretty terrible, but defense is pretty good. So really, I would only jump on this if it is arbitration. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that you get a lot of resources, because you have to be playing with boosters in order for this to be worth it. So if you're gonna buy boosters and farm resources in a weekend, for example, you just, my resource supplies, my stockpile is getting low, and I would like to increase that again. I'm gonna get a booster. Go ahead and play arbitration, because that way the booster are gonna pay itself off. As you can see here, 1 hour just in virtue essence alone, I made around 80 platinum, which would be enough to pay off both boosters, both drop chance and double resource drops. And that's pretty much all there is to it in terms of virtue essence. I will be back hopefully already tomorrow with a short video in which we will discuss the rest of the rewards and thereby get a more total understanding of virtue essence. But this has already taken way too long with all of the testing stuff over and over again. It's been a real pain. But anyways, I'll see you in the next one.